The passport bros is the newest mutation of the red pill community. Red pillers are males who see the present dating scene as contemporary matrix where men are programmed to lose by design. These gentlemen don't think that courting modern women should be a cat and mouse game. They claim that moving abroad would be preferable since their talents would be more valued and there would be less fighting, backbending, and hassle. And the irony here is, some condemn this group, alleging that they solely go on vacation for sex tourism and to prey on women in vulnerable positions. This would be a compelling argument. But women all across the West are yelling about how they don't want to clean anymore, they don't want to cook, but instead, they have WAP, wet ass pussy. Modern women are spreading all over the world. I'm not gonna lie, Philippines is not an exception. If you look in the city, you'll find many women who think they don't need men because they can finance themselves and they are just into casual hookups. But this is a very small percentage of the female population who might be complaining about this dating politics. They are too westernized, but generally, no one complains about these issues here. We Filipinos, Filipino women, we are not even aware that you have this dating politics in the West because it's not happening here. We women here don't feel that way because dating here is completely different compared to the West. Dating in the Philippines is more straight, and that.
When you see an Asian woman talking about passport bros, you know the shit is real. Anyway, since we all know why men are going abroad, I've talked about it in my previous video. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 3 experiences of men that went the passport bro route to find feminine women, why they did it, and how it is working out for them. And we'll also see the lies these leftover women are throwing around to make men looking for love feel bad about their choice. Well, it's not like we actually give a fuck. Am I right? Stay tuned. Exhibit 1. Danny said he worked with a really weird guy some years ago. They sold appliances at a big box store. He was told that the weird guy had been working there for like 15 years, as well as 2 other jobs minimum. He was in his 50s and balding, socially awkward, and kind of done. At the time, the weird guy had no kids and never had a serious relationship. He's also never taken a day off or called off a shift. The guy didn't really speak much at work. It was in a college town, so the working staff was always younger people, which he had nothing in common with. Then one day, the weird guy took like 3 months off. He came back to work with a head full of new luscious brown hair and an Asian wife. Years later, this man had a whole family. 3 adorable kids. Danny said people made fun of the weird guy behind his back, but all he could think of was how the weird guy now had something to live for. Word is that the weird guy was a solid dad and that wife loved him. Danny thought that was awesome and decided to also go the passport bro route. Guys, this is something a Western woman won't give you. Peace of mind. Exhibit 2. Snow said it worked out great. He said he didn't really do it intentionally. He was just traveling for fun and accidentally met a woman abroad. They are generally more feminine and less entitled than the US ones. Also, you just go up a few points in the dating scale without doing anything. Like if you are a 6 in the US, you are on 8 in another country. And the rule of the few men at the top gets the majority of the girls is still true in other countries. Snow said that even though he still gets attention, relationships and sex in the US, dating abroad added an extra dimension to the experience. It's like playing a game in easy mode. You just have many more opportunities abroad. Exhibit 3. James said his uncle would be considered a passport bro. He married a Filipina a long time ago and they have kids together. They have a property in the Philippines and out here in the States. He said his uncle has never said anything but positive things about his wife. I support the passport bros fully. Go get the better deal and don't be shamed for your choice. If you want a traditional woman with family values, it's not a bad option. I'm going out to the Philippines this year with my uncle. Let's see what happens. Guys, you can see that these men just want to be loved and have kids without dreaming about losing their kids and money to divorce. No sexual exploitation here whatsoever. Let's take a ride to the leftover women section. Let's hear their rants and check if any of them is actually true. Dorcas here says the passport bro movement is disgusting. It's men seeking women in less developed countries because no women in their own country want to be their domestic servants and sex slaves. Passport bros say Western women are toxic, too fat, and not feminine or traditional enough for their liking. They want submissive women that won't talk back to them or have opinions different from theirs. They want breakfast, lunch and dinner made for them daily and sex on demand. And they think they are owed that even though they bring nothing to a relationship except money. No personality, no respect, no idea how to pleasure a woman, and no interest in learning. These Western passport bro types don't see that they are even worse than the Western women they are criticizing. A lot of cultures in the West, especially in the USA, might be a complete toxic shit show. But at least Western women are not going in droves to less developed countries trying to buy financially struggling men to be their servants and talking about them as if they are not actual human beings, but more like they're an object to be picked up at a store or an employee they are hiring. These guys are trying to buy their way through courtship or developing a relationship with a woman based on mutual respect. They want to skip all that and use their financial advantage to attract women that are desperate to get out of undesirable situations. If you are one of these passport bro types, you should be deeply ashamed of yourself, because you clearly think women are objects to be bought instead of human beings. If you can't find a woman in your own country of millions of people, and you basically have to pay someone to be your partner, the problem is definitely you. Well, Dorcas, quick question. Are you married? Because you seem like a single mother with 2 kids that is angry that she can't find a man to use as a retirement plan. You got only 2 things right, Dorcas. You're right about the fact that men want feminine women. You're also right that passport bros say Western women are toxic, too fat, and not feminine. The rest you said is bullshit. Sex slaves. Us? We don't need sex slaves. Even if we needed one, there are a lot of cheap women here in the US that will do anything for the bag. Just throw a little cash at them, and they'll turn to your dog. All passport bros want is a woman that will love them for who they are. They want a woman that will take care of their kids, not the likes of the Western women that choose their jobs over family. Passport bros do what they do because they're tired of these entitled Western women. They want to change. Unhappy for men that went the passport bro route and are having the time of their lives. One word of advice, guys: never take your foreign wife back to the US, or else you risk her being infected by other Western women. Let me know in the comments if it's something you're thinking about doing. Let me also know your experience if you're a passport bro too. That's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time, cheers.